James and I had problems too. We couldn't kip in the car in case it fell through the ice while we were asleep. So we had to build a tent.
Everything about tenting is designed to make your life just a little bit more difficult than it need be. I would dearly like to meet the man who designed this and took it to his boss and said, "Sir, I've made a bed because you take this piece of elastic off, it just isn't a bed, it's just not a mattress. Look, you roll it out like that, and then you've got to go back and get the other one." I mean, why didn't his boss just say to him, "Jenkins, you imbecile, it's not a bed, it's rubbish. Everything's crap."
We knew that with just 75 miles to go on flat ice, we could easily overhaul Hammond. So we decided to treat ourselves to a spot of tenting.
I am never, ever, ever, ever going to complain ever again about the quality of a hotel. So long as I get to a hotel and I don't have to actually build it. Ah, you want a room, sir? Certainly. Here's some bricks, some mortar, a lavatory seat, some wood, some nails, a hammer, some carpet, some glass. What?
Seat the pole.
Why are we tenting?
Sorry. Couldn't go any further. Couldn't go any further. It's nice to...
Kill me.
All right.
I wish I was dead.
We're surrounded by mountains. I bet in the morning
really?
It'll be a beautiful view. It will be beautiful. I bet you when it's...
I've got to get through the night while tenting. And you can never get the temperature up. If you sit here, it's absolutely roasting, but my back's got salmonella. I'm like a British barbecue sausage. Front's burst, back's got salmonella. I'll go here. Why do you like this?
We're getting in touch with our basic
I'm not trying to make
primal
feeble excuses
selves.
for it. We're not in the hotel we would have booked.
Anne, what's this? What's that?
It's the Stars and Stripes. That, my friend, is a Steve McQueen special edition jacket.
Is it? But we're on a British trade mission.
British? And it's got a Union Jack lining, and it's got a British flag there. Why didn't you think to do that?
Well, because I didn't...
Because you're fundamentally American. You want to be an American so you can have a pickup truck and sit around a campfire going, "Yee-haw!" You do.
Noise. I like both of those. I like pickup trucks, I like fires. That doesn't make me American.
You like cheese with things.
I like cheese.
You do like cheese with things.
Well, not with everything. I don't
Yes,
like
you do.
cheese
Most
with
things.
lettuce.
Yes, you do. You have cheese on your salad.
My knees are
Listen,
on fire.
because of James's ridiculous, enormous 2.2-ton Rolls Royce, you ripped my puppy's face off.
Well, I think
No.
you'll find my Jaguar pulled his massive Rolls Royce up that hill, no problem at all.
You were the one who put a winch on and said, yes, we'll need a winch.
Why are you impersonating me?
I was impersonating you, impersonating him.
No, me impersonating him is, "Yee-haw! Let's skin a possum, throw it on the fire, get Wilbur and Myrtle over. They can look at the V8 in my pickup truck and my Steve McQueen jacket." That's him. Look at him. Bet you wish that was Budweiser. You do, don't you? You like this.
I'm still in mourning for my car's face that you pulled off.
I didn't pull it off. You
pulled it off.
Just peeled off. You can see his skull. It's like Terminator when all the skin's melted off. And you just see the structure.
Do you like steak?
Yes, I do.
Do you like cheese?
Yes, I do.
Do you
There
like
you go.
pickup trucks?
Yes, I do.
Do you like tenting?
Yes, I do.
Do you like Harley Davidsons? Have you got
Yes.
some cowboy boots and have you got a big hat with a piece of string underneath it that says Made in USA inside it?
You are American.
I'm not American.
You are American.
You are. You've been an
not.
American. Why did you buy that?
Because it looks good. It's a Steve McQueen special one. I was pleased with it.
And what am I going to sleep in?
A tent.
Not with him.
No.
I went to
You
the
got our own
North Pole sleeping with a 6-foot maggot. No, sorry, I was the
You
maggot.
were the sweary maggot.
You were a 6-foot sinus.
You
Now
swear
breathe
as
out!
well.
Breathe out! All the airs are... He starts, honestly, it's like this. You have no air left, it's all in your mucus.
I'll be Jeremy before you breathe in your sleeping bag.
tent on the North Pole slow tent 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 North Pole tent
For 8 hours. Well, we've made a new scientific discovery.
Yes.
For many hundreds of years, I think it's been accepted that the lowest temperature achievable anywhere on Earth is minus 273. But actually, it's not
zero.
Absolute zero, yes. But it's not true,
No.
as it turns out.
No,
Jeremy.
it was minus 299 in my tent last
Yeah.
night. I want to present you. I know this looks very picturesque this morning, but I want to present you some of the discomfort I had to endure last night. This was my pillow. What they'd done is they got the case and simply walked around the campsite, filling it with either bits of manure or sharp stones, and then they'd sort of lightly smothered it with a sprinkling of icy melted glacial water.
Yeah.
And that was my pillow. This was my sleeping bag, my comedy Indian sleeping bag. So you do the zip up, but it remains open. Look, it didn't work, nothing. So I had this was open, my leg was sticking out into absolute zero, and then my head was resting on this, which is just filled with rocks.
I'd like to present to you the blanket we were given. Here it is. Oh, it's a bit garish, but you think, well, that looks like a nice fluffy blanket. But I'd like to point out
Completely
that
transparent.
yeah, it's see-through. I mean, look at it. And that was all we got, plus a supposed mattress that was, as far as I could tell, just one of these rocks that they put the tent on. It's absolutely unbearable.
I lay there thinking, Socrates was offered the chance of having his heart pulled out through his anus. And I honestly thought in the middle of the night, I would rather have that than what I am enduring now. I nearly went to spoon with James because I was so cold.
It was impossible to be warm. I had this on that you see now, this puffer jacket, this hat. I also had these trousers on. I had some long johns underneath them. I put some long johns on top of them. I put some extra socks on over the socks I had on. I then put some socks on my hands. I then put the hood of this up. I then put the hood of that up, and I was still freezing to death. It was just unspeakable. And I contemplated ending it.
I thought
Swiftly.
I'm going to set fire to my tent so that I'll have a brief moment of warmth before death's cold embrace takes me.
Yes.
And then I was lying there, and I could only hear the sound of my own teeth smashing themselves to pieces as they chatted into one another.
I had a moment of genuine panic. I was lying there and I thought everybody else is asleep, but I'm not, and I am genuinely freezing to death, and it's making my head hurt. And what shall I do? Shall I make a break for the rolls? What if I can't find it in the dark? And what if I can't find the rolls or the keys onto it, and I then can't find my way back to my tent?
And then you trip over a guy rope.
Yep.
Because that's the other thing about tenting. The campsite is littered with excrement and rope, so you trip over a rope with face first in excrement.
Yep.
And then, well, they warm you up.
And also, the other thing, I can't remember how high we are now, about 13,000 feet?
Yes.
It's, the air at night is very cold, but it's also very thin. So you'd be curled up and you'd get into a sort of fetal position, still, you know, not trembling with the cold, but vibrating like a badly tuned diesel dumper truck.
No, he's right, he's right.
But then you think, I'm going to turn over the other way and see if I can wrap myself up more. And the effort of doing that left me so breathless, I thought, I am actually going to suffocate. I have to get down the mountain where it will be warmer and I can breathe.
You can't. And why are the sleeping bags, why are they shiny on the outside? So you put the blanket on it and it just falls straight, well, blanket, the lace curtain on it, it falls straight off.
Why, and this is a deadly serious question because I want somebody to answer it, do we have this vogue for a sleeping bag that is effectively mummification? Why, I mean, when I was a boy, a sleeping bag was rectangular and you could move around inside it and take a book inside it and a torch and things like that. But this is, you just wake up in the night thinking, somebody's come into my tent and performed some strange bondage act on me. I can't move my arms.
I wanted to
Minus
get up
299.
and kill Hammond. I mean, kill him. Kill him. I was just quick and stab him in the heart because he made me go through hell.
I think we need to get some scientists up here to investigate this phenomenon of the lower temperature than we thought was possible.
It was lower. My tent was... Because as I went to bed last night, I just heard James rather plaintively from inside his tent. He just said, Jeremy, and he's never called me Jeremy before, Jeremy, I'm very cold.
I just couldn't believe that anybody else could put up with it. I couldn't believe this wasn't just a campsite of wailing and sort of self-immolation to just get it over with. It was... Look at it. It's just disgusting and medieval. Where's my Rolls Royce?